Hello everybody, this is Clive at 5 and you are watching Most Embarrassing Replays. Thank you so much for joining me today on the show where you send me your embarrassing replays. I watch them, commentate them, and put them up online for everyone to see. And if you'd like to be on the show, please send your embarrassing replays to replays@poweroverwhelming.net and we'll get you on the show. Right now we're going to go ahead and get into the first match, so stay tuned. Hey everyone, Clive at 5 here. I kind of owe you guys an apology. This is really long overdue. I kind of lost episode 8 somewhere back there, and I've just been kind of putting it off in terms of recasting this. So anyway, this is the missing episode. I have episodes 9 through 18 pretty much ready to upload, but I'm kind of OCD about that stuff, and I really need to upload them in order, you know, because if I go to someone's page and I see episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm going to go to 6 next. I'm going to go looking for it. I don't want to watch episode 7, even if it's, you know, StarCraft replays. So, I know you guys probably aren't the same way. I'm that way because, like I said, I'm a little bit OCD. So here's the missing episode 8. This is why I've been backed up. I haven't uploaded any new episodes for quite some time. And to start everything off, this episode isn't really, well, this first replay isn't necessarily an embarrassing replay. It was sent to me by Chaos Tech, who I'm hovering over right now. He did it as a Day 9 Fun Day Monday thing, and so I guess the thing that makes it a little unique or whatever is that he did, well, he goes for a build that typically doesn't do. I mean, we know Chaos Tech, if you've seen some episodes before or hanging around Power Overwhelming, he's Mr. Hellion. No matter what race you play, he's gonna like destroy you with blue flame Hellions coming in from 6 directions into your base. And this game he does a little bit something different, so it's not embarrassing per se, but it's just a departure from the Chaos Tech that we typically see. So yeah, sorry it's not really what you were expecting, but it's a necessary thing for me to get through in order to start popping out the remaining episodes. So, actually, kind of a little late second gas from Stasis Sphere, his opponent, the blue Protoss, in the 12 o'clock position. I typically expect a second gas to come out almost right away after I see this gateway appear, but I don't know, maybe something a little different is happening. Chaos Tech, who scouted the wrong direction initially, is now finally in his base. Honestly, I don't feel the need to scout Protoss as early as most people end up scouting Protoss, because really what you need to see is the timing of that second gas, when and where Chrono Boost is being used. So, ooh, interesting. Chrono Boost on the gateway to get that sentry out first. Oftentimes you'll see the Protoss, of course, Chrono Boosting that Warp Gate tech, well, because it's critical, basically. Not only can you get your units out faster, but you can get them out anywhere you have pylon power, as y'all know, and that ability is priceless. So, well, what's going on in Chaos Tech's side? We do see a single factory there, so typically I would expect Hellions. Not gonna say if that's going to be a long-term game plan. Well, I'll just tell you it's not going to be the long-term game plan, though I'm pretty sure we will see some. 4 harvesters on the gas. Not that I'm huge Mr. Nitpick, but Chaos Tech is, you know, upper-level masters. I expect more from him. So anyway, we do see a Hellion and that Uh-oh. I don't know what I just did. I think I rewound accidentally a little bit. I hit B instead of... Oh, crap, I hit B. Ah, oh, jeez. Sorry, guys. I hit... instead of control... and I don't know. So, embarrassing replay all around here. Not only that, but this is my second time casting this today because my freaking mic, for whatever reason, Windows likes to forget that I have a mic plugged in. So I'll go entire commentaries without even knowing that I had no volume going into fraps. Today was a little different. I went 2 commentaries without knowing that I didn't have any mic noise, so I'm a little bit annoyed by that. Anyway, we're back, and now you're going to have a better quality commentary just because I know a little better what this replay was about. It took me a while to figure out why is this embarrassing replay. And I actually got kind of bored because there are some long periods of downtime in this one, which on my second run through I will now go to fast forward. So, what do we have going on here? A starport with a medevac being produced. So it looks like instead of doing, Chaos Tech will typically do 2 factories, one with the reactor upgrade, just so we can pump out those mass number of Hellions. It looks like he's going to do a Hellion drop. Instead, this is going to get scouted. Observer. And to prepare, Stasis Sphere has warped in a couple stalkers, so he will definitely be ready for this Hellion harass. Still, though, I mean, can be extremely effective, even with that blue flame, or especially with the blue flame, just because it only takes a couple hits on those probes to, well, be incinerated. Wow. Good work, Clive. You really spit that one out. Here comes the medevac. I think Chaos Tech knows that Stasis Sphere knows, and here comes the unload. Gotta focus on the probes, not on the stalkers. Probes running, probably not the what you really want to do. And, well, damage contained pretty well. Still somewhat effective. Units lost, let's see, 10. I'm going to assume most of those were probes. So 10 probes lost, could have been worse. Stasis Sphere needs to make sure he remembers to put those probes back on the gas, otherwise that could be big trouble for him. Has a Nexus going down, Chaos Tech just starting his command center. Now this expansion, I hate this map, Slag Pits. I'm so glad. Wait, is Slag Pits still active in Season 3? If it is, I haven't played it yet. I don't like it. Because this expansion is so wide. Look at how wide this is. And you can land tanks up here. And you can bust down the rocks and come in from the back. So this... it's just so hard to keep your second base. Anyway, I'm just a big complainer. And I suck at the whole macro game thing. So that's one thing that I'm trying to get better at, is trying to get my natural down and my third, especially my third down sooner. Sometimes I don't get my third down until my main is nearly mined out. That's really bad. So, as long as I get expanded by, by 10 minutes, I'm pretty happy. So anyway, what else is going on? Maybe this is time to fast forward here. Also, I was going to say, I like when I see Protoss players go for an earlier robotics facility, just because I like those heavier tech units. I'm just so freaking sick of 4 gates. If I don't see tech units, I just get mad. So the more robos and stargates I see, the happier I am. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to fast forward a little bit. And I'll make sure to try to catch what's going on here. So we're actually seeing 2 starports for Chaos Tech. This is a little bit different for him. A lot of times I won't even see one until, several minutes into the game. But it looks like he's going for Banshee Hellion. Again, big departure from what he usually does. Just a couple bunkers on the front, and interestingly, a Thor and a siege tank. Those are units I don't see from Chaos Tech until he's thoroughly dismantled his opponent with Hellions coming in every orifice possible. It looks like Stasis Sphere is going for quite a bit of Colossus. Nice scan on that, so he does see roughly everything that Stasis Sphere has. Looks like he's gonna try to move in with some Hellions as well. Both players going for a third. So if Chaos Tech times this right, he could catch some probes and transfer. Maybe. That's lots of SCVs. Wouldn't you like to have a Reaver right there? Boom. I miss Reavers a lot. I didn't even play Protoss. They were just so fun to watch with those Scarabs coming in and watching, you know, 20, 30 SCVs just explode simultaneously. So, by the way, that SCV transfer was spotted by this observer, so Stasis Sphere knows that Chaos Tech is expanding, knows that he's probably about even on economy, and just to verify, yeah, both players are doing roughly the same. Chaos Tech a little bit better just because of those mules, I would have to say. Most likely scenario. Now it looks like these Hellions are going to come back in, see what damage they can do. There are a few Stalkers here, but 3 Stalkers, it's going to take a few hits on those Hellions, and they're going to be able to take down a few probes here before they get taken out. Ooh, man, I just love when those probes line up. I think, honestly, I think the best thing to do if you have Hellions in your base is to not run your probes. Because when they're all scattered around in here, it makes it a lot harder for the Hellions to take down multiple numbers of them. Chaos Tech actually looks like he's going for a 4th as well. So yeah, give it a try next time you have Blue Flame Hellions in your mineral line. Just don't run them away, and I think you'll have better luck. I've actually had some opponents, even in Gold League, not run their probes away, and either it's because they suck and they just didn't run their probes away, or it's because they actually know that running their probes away is going to be worse for them. So I've had some rather lackluster Hellion harass due to non-running probes, and yowza, those Hellions got incinerated. So wow, that's quite a nicely sized air army. Point defense drone gets immediately taken down. But wow, there are so many Banshees here. Interestingly, don't have cloak. And once the Banshees are able to take down these Stalkers, well, yeah, actually I think they're going to make it. I was pretty close there for a second, but it does look like the Banshees are going to take out the Stalkers. Vikings doing quite well against Colossus, as they are apt to do when there are no more Stalkers around. So all that's left is this puny ground army. Well, a few more Stalkers now. Honestly, I think that Stasis Sphere should take these Zealots and try to muck up everything that's going down over here. But instead, he's going to try to engage again. Chaos Tech doesn't have the whole of his army now. Wow, Vikings. You know things are going well for you when you can land your Vikings. Typically, Vikings don't do so great on the ground. But might be able to take down a couple gateways here. That's unexpected. Now they're going to be forced to lift off again. Vikings versus Zealots, not the engagement you want to make. Chaos Tech, why are you not researching Cloak? There are no observers around here, no cannons around here, and no running. Dead. So now here come the Vikings back home to meet up with their other air brethren. Wow, I can't believe I just said that. So anyway, Chaos Tech, wow, 6 starports. That's almost unheard of for Chaos Tech. This is about how many factories he usually has at this point in the game, 20 minutes in. He's rip-roaring away with a billion Hellions and 1,800 Thor. That's our actual numbers, by the way. Billion Hellion. He's like the Chuck Norris of StarCraft 2. He can get a billion Hellions on 200 supply. Right, it's supposed to be like Chuck Norris can divide by 0, okay? It was a stupid joke, just forget it. So again, there are just too many Banshees to deal with this. Honestly, Stasis Sphere probably needs like some miracle storm or something against these, because at this point in time it's just way too late to try to outdo him in air. Yeah, I honestly don't know what else he can do at this point in time. Archon, this might have been actually before the Archon got buffed, and now is amazing. So yeah, that looks like it's the end of this replay. No GGs or anything. But yeah, we pretty much all saw it coming. Again, not super embarrassing or anything, but yeah, now I'm back in the swing of things. Replay 8 is history. We're going to go into part 2. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, here we are with part 2 of Most Embarrassing Replays. This is a matchup between MTU Pyro, hereafter referred to as Pyro, the red Terran in the 8 o'clock position, versus Baby Killa, the blue Terran in the 6 o'clock position. This map is Shattered Temple, and I did have to check to see if it was Shattered Temple instead of Lost Temple, just because this replay is so freaking old. But I do remember distinctly now this is Shattered. Pyro actually sent this to me asking how the F do you counter this, because, well, after Baby Killa got up and roaring, he had pretty much undefeatable army, well, at a certain point. And this one also has some opportunities for me to fast forward. It's kind of a slow game. Pyro, I think, is bronze or silver, so as many bronze and silver matches are apt to do, they kind of have some slow points. I am not ashamed at all to fast forward these slow points. I don't believe that it ruins the integrity of the game, just because sometimes there's just not stuff to talk about. Anyway, both players going for barracks, but in different locations. Pyro is going for a front door seal, which I never ever do against Terran anymore, just because of those Reapers. If your opponent, excuse me, if your opponent goes Reapers first, you can just pop up here, take some shots off at your barracks, run back around here, take some shots off on your SCVs, and in the meantime, your Marines are trying to run back and forth, chasing them down, and those Reapers move so quickly that you know, it just becomes impossible to defend 2 locations. So when I'm up against a Terran, I keep my buildings all pretty close to my command center until I have a sufficient number of Marines that I can move around my base. Both players scouting in the incorrect direction. Baby Killa just slightly ahead, though he's going to find that he will not be able to make it into Pyro's base. Pyro will be able to waltz into Baby Killa's, and he will find barracks, single gas. What's next from Baby Killa? Oh! Call down supplies, even though he was not supply blocked. And yeah, not sure why he did that. Well, fun stuff. And as always, I am slow to bring up my nice little overlays. So Pyro gets to see everything, and by everything I mean that Baby Killa has a factory. So looks like he's going 1-1-1 versus Pyro's 2 factory, or sorry, not 2 factory, 2 barracks. He's probably gonna go 3 barracks. Pyro likes to go 3 barracks. Yep, there's 3rd barracks. Pretty much a standard build. He goes infantry a lot. Infantry is something that I've been trying to do less and less as Terran, just because it's countered so well. And people are like, oh, Marauders, if you don't use Marauders, you should. That's probably why I'm still in gold. Also, that I don't spend much time laddering. So here comes the starport from Baby Killa. Single factory, just getting that second gas, the second gas up and running. I was going to say that he probably, well, it's difficult to support a 1-1-1 build without a second gas. He's even going for another factory. Baby Killa. I think he's going, yeah, okay, he could go Hellions. If you go Hellions with some air units to support, then you can do pretty well on a single gas. If you go for, say, medevacs, if you're going like, Banshees are also 100 gas. Okay, I don't know what I'm smoking. But if you're going tanks and air units, then it's a little bit harder to go things. Yeah, so anyway, I think this might be a fast-forward opportunity. Pyro doing okay here. He's got some actually a pretty modest sized force up against these Hellions. Those Marauders are going to do quite well. So Baby Killa could be in a little bit of trouble here. I'm going to fast forward. Pyro, for some reason, focusing on that factory. And I usually don't recommend focusing on bulk heavy buildings like that, and instead go for these flimsy little guys here, which will die to a few shots and then cripple, you know, your opponent's economy. Also, overstimming, I have to say. There doesn't seem to be much of a rush for Pyro to take out any other units, but now there's a Banshee out, taking out that single Marine. Nothing here to attack the Banshee, and these Marauders are gonna get it. Attacking the supply depot after they stim again, well, they're gonna die anyway, so I guess why not stim, right? Another force to follow up. A few more Marines might be able to take out that Banshee. Banshee doesn't have Cloak yet, neither is it being researched. I wonder if he's gonna do that now that he is. I'll keep an eye on that. Yeah. So. Alright, here we go. Another engagement from Pyro. And Hellions were able to pick off those Marines from the high ground and just fry them up. And once again, Pyro's left without... Where's the Pyro fighters? Someone's Hellions fried up Pyro's Marines. Once again, these Marauders are left without air support. And this factory may get taken down in time. Nope, it's going to lift off instead. Again, attacking supply depots. Not going to succeed in supply blocking Baby Killa. So, really, not that fine. Don't attack these. Attack these guys, because you're going to do a lot more damage. Wow, that's a lot of SCVs. Baby Killa, you need to move out there, my friend. I'm also noticing that Pyro keeps sending out these troops to almost the Xel'Naga Watchtower. If you mean to keep replenishing your troops directly into battle, definitely rally your troops to one of your army units. That way, as they get produced, they'll move in and join up in the battle. And also, why not just move like 50 feet north here, dude? Just so you have this guy. You don't know what sort of drops might be coming around here. I mean, you saw Banshees, you should assume that Cloak is coming. Now Cloak is, in fact, being researched. Pyro does have an engineering bay, but no turrets around, so he's going to be left to just some lucky scans if he can get them off. Should Baby Killa come in with some Cloak Banshees, which seems like an inevitability here. Once again, we're at a slow part, so do a little fast forward action. Pyro and Baby Killa both expanding. Pyro's a little bit ahead, just so getting a small economic lead. That's good. Here comes another engagement. I'm going to hit the B button on purpose this time, just because I wanted to see all those Marines get fried up. So here they come in. Pyro's thinking, okay, I need more Marines to take on those Banshees, which is true. But when they get all lined up against the edge of that cliff there, with a nice, delicious blue flame Hellions to take them out, they get incinerated. So now Pyro should be thinking, I need something that's going to take out these Banshees that's not going to get incinerated by these Hellions, and the answer is Vikings. Unfortunately, I hate Vikings, just because, you know, the only other purpose is to, well, I mean, aside from establishing air dominance, well, the only purpose is to establish air dominance. You don't need Vikings ever against another Terran player. You just need one more Viking than they have, and you have air dominance. So, I don't know, I think Terran air is broken. Definitely a concern that's been unaddressed. Hopefully part of the swarm will do something to fix that. Just, I don't know, I hate Vikings. I don't think anyone else has ever complained about Vikings, but really, so annoying. Now Baby Killa filling up that medevac. Looks like he could have a potentially successful drop here in Pyro's base. definitely a little bit sparse in his main. Ooh, Vikings moving in, just missing this medevac. So it does look like Pyro's coming in with the right units now, but gonna get taken down by these Vikings. Again, you don't need a lot of Vikings, just one more than your opponent, and that was not the case. So, Pyro, you need lots more Vikings. Quickly. And here come those Hellions. Let's see what damage they can do. See, this is kind of what I was talking about. When the SCVs don't run, look how long it takes to destroy those SCVs. So, next time, seriously, I'm not joking, you guys. Just don't run your SCVs. I don't know if anyone else talks about that, but you know, I need to watch more Pro StarCraft just because I'm not really that in tune with what the pro commentators and what the pro gaming scene is like. I used to watch so much Brood War. Yeah, anyway. So now we're kind of to the point that Baby Killa has so many Vikings that there's almost no hope of Pyro catching up. He has, I guess he has 4, but Pyro's, well, Baby Killa's pretty much outproducing at this point. Nothing going on back in Pyro's base, so he hasn't replenished these SCVs. Has plenty of mules, energy on that command center. Just gonna use 1. Okay, here we go. And unfortunately, he just depletes that scan in the most wrong time possible. Here comes some Bug Banshees, and Pyro panicking, trying to get up some turrets. Vikings to try to deal with this, but again, no vision. Good scan going off there, but it's not going to last so long. And Pyro's got to wait again for a scan to be available. Meantime, Baby Killa just ripping up his base. Getting a little bit of vision from that temporary turret. Oh, this is killing me. 5 more seconds. And scan it up, baby. There it comes. Some stimming and moving in. Almost able to take down those Hellions completely. Gonna be able to finish the job finally, just barely. Fix it. Fix this thing. 5, 2, 1, boom. Needlessly lost that turret. It's really too bad. Baby Killa now mining from his gold, so he is quite a ways ahead economically because Pyro still has not gotten caught up in his main with that SCV count. Just look at that difference. Twice as many harvesters, more than twice as much minerals being harvested. About equal on gas because, well, yeah, those Hellions did nothing against the SCVs that were not running. Go figure. This is a large army. Quite large indeed. And let's just gonna play this a little bit because... here we go. Here comes the engagement, I believe. And really all Baby Killa needs to do is aim movers. And Pyro's done more. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at the crispy human meat. I like this down to earth view. No, so that's the game. Pyro should GG here any minute. Because really there's nothing he can do. His army's basically gone, and his income is still suffering greatly. He has his 3rd up here now, but still hasn't, you know, replenished his SCV count here at his main. So really, not a GG there, bud. Yeah, I guess in the meantime I'll just say if you have any embarrassing replays, oh, there comes. If you have any embarrassing replays of your own, please send them in to replays@poweroverwhelming.net, and I will get you on the show. Episodes 9 through 18 are going to follow very quickly after this. So subscribe, youtube.com/Clive at 5. Would love to have you. Thanks.